Well, Jensen, we're here at the
Okay, we are
Monaco
live.
Grand Prix.
So,
HOR,
round number 6.
HOR Season 4, Round 6, Monaco, partnered by 4J Studios. Who will get the win tonight? Will Joe, Chris, Schlee, or will a returning Sergit storm to pole position?
Yeah, that's a big mention there, Sergit. Filling in for Adam tonight.
Because I'm ill. Don't feel well.
Yeah. He's not well enough to race. Okay.
No, I'm not. Definitely not.
Now, to be fair, in the interviews last night, they didn't really have much confidence for Monaco. But
Monaco is a tricky circuit, Jensen. It's very tricky, even for the best drivers out there. It's only tiny mistake can ruin your race.
Many things happen
last season, Chris Alien, he was 30 seconds out in front, decided to pit for fresh tyres for a fastest lap, ended up crashing out. So anything can happen in Monaco.
We got Ston for the second race. Hopefully, he should be able to finish this race. Hopefully, as he crashed out in Spain, spun out of turn 4 and got crashed into by Schlee. But there was no way of avoiding that incident, unfortunately. Joe winning the yesterday's race with a 23-second lead over Granty Boy.
Well, that's good point. Granty Boy will be turning in late today. But what can he do? What can he do from the back again? What can he do from the back around Monaco? Not easy to overtake.
Granty Boy,
Schlee,
79 points.
Defending champion Schlee hasn't had it his own way this season. What can he do on the streets of Monaco?
Schlee's been quite quiet this season. Not the best results in Australia, Bahrain, but he managed to make up in Baku with a victory.
Roscoe, surprise package of the season, picked up a couple of podiums already. He's been on tremendous
very
form
good
this
results
season,
from Roscoe.
Tremendous form.
Yeah, third place in opening round in Australia, 8th in Bahrain, 6th in China. Retirement, unfortunately, in Baku, but
I believe he crashed out in Baku because of me at turn 2. I think I took annihilated Daz and Roscoe.
Yeah,
I think.
Okay, so what we're going to see? Are we going to see a new record broken for the most retirements on lap 1? So we had 6 retirements in lap 1 on Baku.
Oh dear. No, let's
week.
hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope everybody gets through turn 1 nicely. I mean, I'm just looking at the field at the moment. I'm trying to pick my prediction for P1.
Hopefully it's not a proper repeat of last week. This time last week with Baku. Only how many finishes were in Baku? Not many.
No, I can't remember, to be fair. I think I had the umpire crashing out.
I think it was 6.
6 or 7, I believe. And HOR2 only had 3 finish.
You can see Baku, a bit more water car clearance.
Mark Rickers, you're in the right place, mate. This is the professional racing game. You watch these boys go. Now, I'd like to say my teammate Chris will have pole. He's very strong around this circuit. But I'd like to see Sergit put in a good quality performance.
It's good this week, coming to the end of the week. 2 races of Spain in a row, and you have 2 Monaco Grand Prix in a row. You have today and tomorrow.
Feel about Monaco tomorrow, Jensen? Are you going to get second again, or are you going to get first?
I'm just going to be conservative, cautious. Watch everyone else. If they perfectly don't, I'll just see.
Okay, so
really good race.
7 minutes, people, to the start of quali. Sure, there's people still to come in.
Predictions for pole.
I'm going to go Chris.
Chris has seen one of the quickest round time trial, and he usually rings out the car in qualifying. We've seen him, I think, retire in the past. I think retired from Q3 one or two times this season. But yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, Adam mentioned the new.
Sorry, people.
Oh, mentioned the new mid-race edition. Like, oh, retirees will hate.
Yeah, if we do have some big name casualties, we will be bringing them in for a mid-race interview. Hopefully not though.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not the lowest spirits. But you know, we'll be able to see what happens from their perspective before the end of the race. Okay. Oh, okay, there's 5 minutes remaining.
Alright, is there anybody else got coming out? There comes Pedro. Who else has got to come in? Jensen. Any be notable absentees?
Yeah. We've got 10 drivers at the moment. We're missing a few drivers. Granty Boy's going to be coming in for the race, of course, as he's doing something else beforehand, so he'll be a tiny bit late. That's fine. Who are we missing? I think we're missing Jelly.
Oh, Jelly, Jelly is going to be late. Jelly is also racing with Granty in the other league, I believe.
I think that creates a bit more opportunity for Chris, Joe, Paul, Ston as well. Hopefully, Surge it, let's see what you can do.
Oh, I don't know, I'm looking forward to seeing what Roscoe can do in qualifying lap here. And Mitch.
Roscoe gets the race strategy perfect through qualifying. Hardest tyres from race start each race. He rings out those hard tyres, so really high mileage. 23 laps last race in Spain. So we see what we do in Monaco, but it's bound to be a one-stop this race.
Well, one stop unless people knock their wings off. I believe it was CRL with you, Jensen. I've done 7 pit stops in a race.
Oh yeah.
That was a cracker.
I did 2 pit stops that race, won the race by a full lap. I was really proud of myself.
I believe
until I realised there was only 3 finishes.
I believe mine was better. I'd done 7 pit stops and finished 3rd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should have as well. Well, Jensen, I'm just popping off to the toilet. I'm going to mute my mic. I'll be back in a moment. Somewhere. Don't not message me. Hey. Asking if you're alright. Hey. What do you think? Oh, right, yeah. That's a fucking funny look, isn't it? And we're back.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh. Oh, jelly's in already.
Okay. So, Chris is ready enough. It is 9 o'clock. He's ready for qualifying one, the Monaco Grand Prix.
Time to go.
Hold on. Mike Massey was in a chat with Liam Edwards.
Here we go.
So,
Are you ready?
ladies and gentlemen, watching the stream, prepare yourself for Q1 for the Monaco Grand Prix. Round 6.
Who's coming out first? I'm going
Well,
with
we saw
Roscoe.
Pinhead come out first in the first 2 qualifying sessions in Spain. Don't know if we'll see the exact same today, but each race, I think, changing the pit lane order. So, some people may be further ahead than normal. I've got myself some food, of course. Treat myself watching. I don't really know what Monaco will be. Will it be a race or will it just be entertainment?
Oh. Exciting times. Who's coming out first? I'm gonna. You're saying Pinhead.
Looking quite overcast at the moment. Maybe a sign of rain. Maybe not. Here we see a car.
Oh, I can hear
We
one.
hear a car. Will it be Pinhead's? I'll spectate Pinhead just in case it's in the middle. And it is Green Fingers, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no.
No, it's Sergit.
Sergio, here we go.
Well, of course, Sergit running a red livery. Same as Green Fingers. So he's running a red livery. Sergit, first man out on track. Let's see what he could do. We haven't actually seen him at all. Okay, another car coming out on track. We're in the pit lane. Sergit going through sector 1. Hit the first out lap easy. Pinhead is now out on track. Ston coming out of the pit. And these drivers, the only 3 out on track at the moment. Sergit, Pinhead, Ston. Be the next one.
I can only see 2 at the moment. Pinhead, Sergio.
The estimated pole time somewhere in the 110s. I'm predicting.
I'll go over 1-9. Just to be different.
Chance for 109. If people are going to ring the car out in Q3 in their final runs, there's a chance of the 109. But we'll see what Sergio can do on the soft tyres. Let's see what the first glimpse of the soft tyres are like here at Monaco. Look at the DRS lap, crossing the line to start his lap.
flies.
Very clean turn one, only skipping across the apex. So yellow flag set to 3. I think that's Pinhead going a bit slow.
Oh, I think
Sergio
so.
taking it really, really nice and clean through set to 1, 19-0. Not a bad first sector from Sergio. Could be better, but it is his first race weekend of the season. He comes through to the tunnel section. You don't want to get really close to the wall there. Chance of losing your tyre. It's going to go through the swimming pool chicane. Taking it really clean there, not too close to the barrier. Conservative through the left-hander. Onto Raskas. And coming through the final corner now. It's looking not a bad lap at all. I think probably a 1:12, and it's a 1:12.4 the first lap of the session. The next shot, Pinhead hitting the barrier off the left-hander. He's taking it really quickly. Is he going to complete the lap though? Ston 19-3 through set to 1. If we look, he's not using any errors. Pinhead 2.7 seconds.
Slee's had an incident on his outlap.
Oh, and actually he's in the wall at the tunnel.
Yeah, Mitch is out.
He's lost his whole front wing. Looks like he's spun out the right-hander on the follow-up to the tunnel. And he definitely has to come back to the pits. He won't be able to make a flying lap without a front wing. So already seeing 2 different drivers losing their front wing, and 2 teammates both losing their front wings.
Sergio going again. Has he gone faster?
Mitch is on his flying lap. Sergio goes even quicker
1:12.3
by 1/10. Let's see what Mitch could do. He's the next driver to complete a lap, and he's backing off a slight bit. He backed off. He actually didn't have a bad first sector, as Mitch had a...
For some reason, Joe has left the session.
Oh.
Got Roscoe's come out now.
Oh, Mitch just lost his front wing end plate there. Pezzo and Greenfingers just started their outlaps. Roscoe carrying around the final section of the track is about to start his flying lap. See what he could do. Of course, predicting we start on the hard tyres. What lap will Roscoe get? He's going to cross the line to start his lap. And from turn 1, actually a brilliant turn 1 there from Roscoe. Will he take this cautiously, or would he take this full throttle? He's actually taking it really quickly. A bit wide, going through the right hander, but it's going to get a 19.7 through sector 1. That hairpin's going to catch out a load of people. Roscoe narrowly avoiding the barrier, having to tap the throttle a slight bit. Pinhead out of the session. I think he was staying with that lap. Roscoe going through the tunnel. And Sergio really slow out of the... Roscoe going through the final corner. 1:14. 1:14.3.
Not bad, not bad. Back onto it. Oh, Pezzo
Well,
out of track as well.
Of course, they're going to try and get safe lap. Sergio, surprising in Q1 to go that quick. We don't know if the rain's going to be coming though, so it's going to possibly get a bit less safe if the session goes on, if that's the case.
from Mitch was retired. Lovely through there from Fingers. See what he does.
Green Fingers started his lap. Sleeve reset to 1:19.4.
Well, let's ride his sleeve, see what he does for a bit.
Parrot of Green Fingers. He's just got 18.9 as Green Fingers. Reset to 1. Joe joining back. Will he be able to get back in his car? Hopefully he can. Pezza come around the final corner. He's lost a bit of front wing, so take notice of that. It's a 16.3 for Pezza. At least he's got the time on the board.
Whilst goes back in the pits.
Oh, Schlee hitting a barrier off the left-hander. He's being caught out quite often there. And Schlee coming to the pits.
Again.
I think Schlee's lap time was validated. No, it wasn't. The Green Fingers though, it's going around the final corner. Green Fingers got a really good lap actually. A 1:11. 1:11.4.
Lovely lap.
That's absolutely brilliant pace from Green Fingers.
Alright, Pedro is on his fast lap now. Johnny's on his out lap. When's Jelly and Chris coming out?
Yeah, Pedro's coming out of turn 1, narrowly avoiding Sergit. Bit hesitant turning through the left-hander through the casino, but he's fine. A 19.5 reset to 1 is exceptional. The Q1, ooh! I think he took it too quick going through the hack and he broke quite late. Turned in too early.
Alright, Joe is on an out lap. So we're still waiting on Chris and Jelly to come out, Flea to complete a lap. Serge it back
at the moment. Again. Pedro going through the swimming pool chicane. He is coming out of that corner. It's going to be a, looks like a 55.7 sector 2. He's taking most of the corners cautiously because he doesn't have his right end plate, so he's not going to get as much downforce as he wants. He's coming to the pits.
Pezzo 116, right, so we have Fingers 111, Sergit 112, Roscoe 114, Pinhead 115, Pezzo 116, Mitch 121, right, Flea and Joe on their out laps. Still waiting on Sergit Jelly to make an appearance. Ooh, Joe.
Sergit really going quick around the first sector there. 18's, yeah, it's 18.9. He's gone a tiny bit quicker in Green Fingers. Only 300ths quicker in Green Fingers reset to 1.
Ston is on his out lap. See what the Tiger car can do.
And Joe's lost a large chunk of his left part of his front wing.
He lost that coming into the DRS zone. He hit the barrier as he was coming through.
Oh, losing on the final turn.
Let's see, can Schlee get a clean lap this time?
A lot of attempts from each driver. Ston on a new outlap. Sergit coming around the final section. He's coming into the pits.
He wasn't happy then. Sergit, the perfectionist.
What did Schlee get through set to 1? A 19.1. Ston just started his lap and come through turn 1.
Joe's back in the pits. I'm really wondering when Chris and Jelly are going to make an appearance.
Green Fingers retiring with his lap.
Oh, Schlee, he just can't get the lap. He really can't. He's struggling tonight.
Ston not pushing, going through to the tunnel, not using any airs. He's weaving.
flag in section 1, who's out? I think it's going to be Schleger, it's fine.
Adam, did you know that Ston... Wait, did Ston use wheel in the last season of H1 or did he not?
I can't remember, to be fair. I really can't. I know he came in for a spanner in the
Sensitivity.
back for the top drivers.
Looks like he
on his outlet.
does use wheel now. On 13.8. Where it's an invalidated lap. He's lost his end plate off turn 1. Going for his new lap.
Jelly still hasn't come out. Joe, come back out. Fingers retired. Surge it back out again.
Only got a 19.3 that.
Hang on.
He's really struggling to keep his car within the boundaries of the track.
Chris gets out of the way nicely there.
But she's going to get back to the pits. Chris on his out lap now. He's about to start a flying lap. Your teammate, of course.
My teammate,
And
Chris.
he's coming through turn 1. Here we go. Did he cut the first corner, or is he fine? He hasn't got an invalidated lap. Look at that first sector. It's actually a very clean first sector from Chris S. 18.6. 3 tenths quicker than Greenfingers and Sergit. Sergit directly ahead of Chris. Chris using as much lock as possible going through the hairpin and tapping the right rear on the exit into the tunnel. Joe on a flying lap as well. Jelly on an out lap. Let's see what Chris can do. Chris really flying. 52.6. Sector 2. He really is ringing the car out. Shows he has no fear whatsoever. Around the streets of Monaco, it's really a 110.9. 110.9, already in the 110s in Q1. And Chris goes quickest, and Joe coming out in the final sector. Let's see what he could do. He's not far off Chris as he goes through the final corner. Joe pushing as hard as possible in this lap. It's going to be a 110 as well, 110.4 for Joe. 4 tenths up on Chris. It's a very good effort from Joe there.
Right, let's get on board with Jelly. Pedro still hasn't completed a lap.
Roscoe going on a track. We've got front wing damage. Pezzo on his out lap. Jelly about to start a flying lap. It's coming through the final corner. So Pezzo and Jelly quite in formation for their flying laps. Here comes Jelly down into turn 1. I think he cut quite a bit chunk of the corner, but I don't know if he's got an invalidated lap or not. I don't think he has. He's coming through the first sector. 18.9 for Jelly, sector 1. It's only Pedro and Jelly haven't set a lap. Pedro not out on track yet. Pedro has to come back out on track. Got no chance for Q2. He can't. And is that Pedro coming out on track now, or is that Ston? And it's Ston.
I think that's Ston again.
So what's happened to Pedro? Is Pedro coming out on track and he's retired from the section? So there's no
the streets of
Q2
Monaco have
Pedro.
scared him.
Jelly losing at front wing. Sorry for interrupted you there, but
No, no problem, mate. You're in the flow of things.
I'm not really used to commentating so many different people in a row, being commentating with Ben or Saint Mike, and tonight it's you.
You do a good job, Johnson.
Jelly's on P4. Man, I've done it again.
You'll learn not to interrupt me.
Jelly P4 has got his lap time in. Pedro, the only person who won't be able to do Q2. Pedro going to be starting from the back of the grid. Or second to the back of the grid is Granny Boy's going to be starting P13. Joe has gone quicker that last lap, but he got invalidated. He had a 1:10.2, and he was significantly quicker through sector 1 and sector 3.
Chris in the pitch, Jelly in the pitch, Joe back out, Roscoe's still out, Pezza's still out, and Stolly's still out.
That's qualifying 1 over, and that's the order with Joe P1, Chris P2, Greenfingers P3, looking really competitive, Jelly P4, Sergi in his first race weekend, P5, Storm P6, Lee 7th, Pezza 8th, Roscoe 9th, Pinhead 10th, Mitch P11, and Pedro did not put a lap in, so he'll be starting near the back. He'll be starting pretty much on the back row with Granny Boy.
I do just want to comment, Roscoe does love pink. Roscoe loves everything pink.
Hmm?
When I went downstairs, Taylor plugged her phone in the charger.
The thing is, the race.
I think we can get him in if you want. Let's see what he says. Q2. No, look, Pedro's still in.
Pedro is P5. He's still in it. He didn't
Pedro.
set a lap though.
Why did you not set a lap?
Yeah, we were going to say, we thought you were out of the session completely because we didn't see a lap time from you. But
Okay, mate. Good luck in Q2.
Well,
let's have a complete lap from you, please, pal. Good luck, buddy.
I want to see you in Q3, Pedro.
Right, so we have Jelly, Pinhead, and Sergi all out on track.
I reckon we'll see Pedro in Q3.
Yeah, can't see why not.
We should have had an extra driver if we did. Granny would start P14 where Olivier Panis started. And Granny, if he started P14, he probably would win the race with only 3 finishes.
Slee's coming out as well. Mitch is on his way out.
A lot of cars coming around the start of the lap. Jelly going to be the first one to start a lap. Here we go. See what Jelly could do. He's taking quite a large amount of apex going through turn 1. Going very wide through turn 2 and 3. Into sector 1 and 4, mirror boat. Then you have the chicane, the hairpin, taking a bit of curb. A very clean run to the tunnel. Kept a good amount of clearance through the tunnel.
Pinhead not
Going
far
to the
behind.
chicane, very close to the barrier. There.
See where Sergi is on track. He's come through the chicane.
53.7 on the hard tyres. Not bad at all from Jelly. He's coming around to Raskas. And Jelly backing off. At the end of the lap there, that cost him about 2 or 3 tenths or 112.7 on the hard tyres.
Oh, Mitch should be on his fast lap as well. Here comes Mitch. Slee is on a hot lap as well. And Ston is now coming out.
Slee on those medium tyres, 53.4. 2 tenths up on Jelly, and Jelly was on the hard tyres. But Slee should gain quite a bit through the final sector as Jelly backed off at the line.
Lovely lap there.
And gain another 4 tenths, yeah, 112.1
Back to Mitch.
from Slee.
He's forgotten to put his DRS on. Ston on his out lap.
So, Ston, next driver, is going to be completing a lap. He's about to start a lap. Why are you watching the stream? Is that you watching the stream or is that an echo?
It could have been I had my mic in my hand as I was talking to my partner.
Oh.
She was asking me if I was racing.
Oh.
Yeah, I've
Ston getting really lively on the
getting very
pedal.
lively.
My Ston's going through right now, that's going to be a big factor in the race. It's going to cause a few casualties. I reckon the hairpin.
Hopefully not. I can't keep
It's
up
quite
with
bad
that.
when someone, you know, gets collected in the barrier at the hairpin. Oh!
Ooh, that was a massive, massive one there.
Look at his sector, 2 time 52.7.
He's pushing hard. He's pushing very hard.
Drifting the car around. There's Ston really resting the car. Ston's got a really good lap coming on here. The medium times he's lost a bit of his front wing on 111.5.
Alright, so we have Sergi out on another lap again. He should improve being on the softs. Sergi, the man that replaced me.
He shouldn't be really going quicker on these soft tyres. You don't want to start on these. He's done 3 laps already on them. Green fingers on his out lap. Pedro on his out lap as well. He's just had a green fingers on track.
We'll be keeping an eye on Pedro this session to make sure he completes a lap. That's the ghost. I believe there's a ghost in my house turning my lights on and off. Let's see what. I don't think there's going to be much improvement from Sergio here. No. Right, let's go and jump onto Pedro.
Green Fingers and Pedro very close to each other on track. To car come out on track now, I think it's Joe.
Yep, Joe's on his way out and somebody else is coming out behind
also
him.
another car coming out on track, it's Chris as well.
Fingers.
Both following each other out.
Tyres, let's see what tyres they're both on.
So Joe's on the soft tyres and Chris is on the mediums.
I do believe strategy will come into play for this race.
Let's go on board with Pedro. He's coming around through sector 1 on these medium tyres. He's going for a medium start. And he's got 2 drivers and
let's see if Fingers get past him nicely
the barrier
as well.
A slight bit there from turn 4. Oh god. And Pedro losing a large chunk of his front wing, the right hand side of his front wing, a lot of it's gone now. And don't want to lose more bits off his car. He's got to come into the pits, surely Pedro.
He'll be coming into the pits. We'll keep an eye on Fingers now. Very tight coming out of that chicane.
Getting a gap behind Chris. Chris is now ahead of Joe on track and he's got a big gap.
53.8, 62 for Fingers.
Pedro coming into the pits. There's
I think he took off Chris's wing then. He definitely did. I think he's taking his wing there. Alright, so we've got Roscoe out on track now. We'll come back to that incident. Joe's come back into the pits.
I think Green Fingers might have shut the door on Chris going through Rascas.
Well, no, I think Chris was going through wide to let went wide to let Fingers through, and I think Fingers came through the turn wide, and it wasn't on purpose.
Roscoe on his out lap, back to start his lap. Here we go, the only man out on track actually, so he's got a clear track.
No, there's someone on track, Sergio.
Sergio just came out on track, and as well as Pezza, but he's got a clear track ahead of him for the rest of the lap. So, Adam, talk us through the rest of this lap.
No, mate, gentlemen, I'm enjoying you doing it, mate. I'm just here to tag along with you, pal.
Go on.
No, you can have it, mate. I like hearing your voice, I'm not going to lie.
Okay, I guess I will then. Oh, Roscoe going through the tunnel now. Here we go, taking it really quick, reaching 180 miles per hour, going into the swim pool chicane, braking really hard down to gear 2. Very good, not too much apex, don't want the result on a spin. Far from the apex there, avoid a spin, 53.6 through sector 2. Take it really close through the final few turns, going to the Rascas section. Not bad at all. Trying to avoid incidents. Really good from Roscoe. Late activation of DRS though, on 112.3 P3, and that should secure him into Q3, I reckon.
Right, Chris, Joe, Fingers, and Sergio all out. Sergio on a hot lap. Let's see what he does in the mediums.
Climb up the hill. I don't know, okay, you're going to be talking through one of these laps.
No, I'm boss, mate. You do as you're told.
Okay, Sergio going through to the tunnel. He's actually got a really good run out through to the tunnel. 180 miles per hour at the end.
Oh, there's a bit of a twitch there coming into the chicane.
180 miles per hour, I think, will be the top speed that everyone will only be able to achieve at this track.
for his DRS on.
112.1 on the medium tyres. Only a tiny bit off Schlee, but I reckon, so as it say, Schlee retiring, nearly knowing he's safe. Chris going through the final sector of his lap, 52.7 through sector 2. Chris looking for his first pole, first win of the season as well. Here we go, final corner DRS. And at his fastest lap of the session, a whole second ahead. Sergio and Schlee half a second ahead of this one.
Here comes Joe. Oh, 110.0.
And Joe, 110.0 on the soft tyres. Now we actually don't know really who could be quicker. Considering it, I think that Chris might be the tiny bit quicker, as there's much more corners. He's got a bit of end plate damage as well as Chris. I think he had to carry that through his whole lap.
Oh, Fingers has lost the wheel.
Fingers losing it out at the first corner, I'm pretty sure.
We have Pezza and Pedro on their outlaps now.
Mitch P9 at the moment, Pezza on his lap. Granty Boys joined quite late, but not that. He's going to be starting at the back anyway. Pedro 54.4 through sector 2. That should just put him at the moment P9. He's looking at for him.
Looks like a good lap from
Green
Pedro
Fingers
here.
has got a 113.3. It's going to be a 114.1 for Pedro. Puts him P9.
49 seconds left. Pedro's going to get his lap in.
Mitch too late to come out on track, so Pedro is through to Q3.
Not yet, not necessarily.
Pezza.
Oh yeah, he is. Yes. Yeah, he is.
It looks like it's glitched out for Green Fingers, putting him lower than Pedro. There's Pezza. He needs to get really close. Pezza needs to get... He has to beat Pedro. Joe...
Oh! That's that one.
And that...
Where is that?
Definitely...
Pezza is going out in Q2 with some donuts.
Well, I don't think those are intentional. I think
Oh, Jelly's back
spinning
out on
out,
track
trying
again.
to regain a bit too much wheel spin. And he's
Jelly
got, no
got,
grip on
Jelly
his
got an
rears now.
18.7 through sector 1, I think there.
So Jelly is actually up on his lap for quite a bit, 52.8. So it is on the cards with Chris and Ston. Let's see what he can do for your final sector. He's got no wing damage, so he's got nothing hampering at the moment. And
Oh,
there's
Pezza crashed
Jelly's
out there.
teammate, it's Pezza.
111.1.
Very close. At the moment, it's looking like there's 3 different drivers in contention for pole. 2 drivers out of Q2. Those being Pezza and Mitch. So that's Q2, and run through the order.
Well, we have Joe P1, Chris P2, Jelly P3, Ston P4, Schlee P5, Sergit P6, Go Sergit, Roscoe P7, Pinhead P8, Pedro P9. And then followed by
Yes,
Fingers 10,
Roscoe.
Pezza 11th and Mitch 12th.
That's actually quite... So, Joe's going to be starting the soft tyres. Chris on the mediums, but we don't know what's going to be in there for the race. It might be rain. That's might be a reason that Joe could be on the soft tyres, or could be different strategies. Because pitting earlier, Joe will come out behind some traffic. The mediums, they pit later and they will come out with each other.
Well, let's just watch them all come out now.
The 9 drivers only.
Because Fingers crashed out, so didn't get his car fixed in time. He will start P10 though. Right, we've got 3 coming straight out. Roscoe's
Everyone coming out
Jelly's
really quickly. Might be rain, I don't know. Everyone's coming out really quickly. That's the thing.
Jelly out first. Followed by Stom,
So,
then Roscoe.
Jelly, first one out. Then it's Stom. Then it is Roscoe. 4th person out, Schlee. Then Sergit. Then it is Chris, Joe.
Well, they're all coming out.
Pedro,
Only Pinhead is not out.
and Pinhead coming out last. This time Spain, he was first. Now he's the last one out on track, Q3. So that's what we could do. I can't wait for this session because see how brave these drivers are.
That coughing in the background is my partner. We're not sure, but she could well be dying at the moment. Apparently I'm not funny, but I kind of think I am. If looks could kill, I'd be dead. Right, so
Okay.
Jelly, first one on his hot lap.
Oh. Did he lose front wing there? No, he didn't. Car is safe and stable and fast. Okay.
Actually, is now on his hot lap. Let's get there.
Jelly
Sergio.
18-9 sector 1.
Right, we'll get through Schlee's first sector time. And then it's Sergit. And then I believe Joe and then Chris.
So Schlee is a 19-1, 2 tenths down on Jelly.
Sergit
Chris,
18-8.
18-7.
What was Joe? Did we get
So,
Joe's?
Chris is
18-5-9-8.
So Joe quickest out of everyone. And it's that Pedro really slow coming out of sector 1. And no front wing damage or anything.
Well, let's get back with Jelly. Coming through the final turn, DRS.
Actually a 53-1 through sector 2. Chris a 52-0. And Joe is even quicker.
One 11-5.
So actually 2 tenths off. Sergit really close to pole.
Chris
Chris a
110-2.
110-2. But look at Joe, it's going to be a 109-7. The whole 5 tenths up.
Oh, Pinhead.
Pinhead about to complete his lap. It's going to be a 113-5.
So Pedro to the left, and then Roscoe and Ston on their way out.
Pedro ready for a proper flying lap now. So Roscoe and Ston are out. That's Ston ahead on track.
Pedro with a respectable 135.
So let's see what Pedro does through sector 1. Oh, he's lost his left end plate. It's a 19-4 through sector 1. Ston to start as his lap. And he's hit the barrier, but is that a puncture or not? His tyre is fine. He's taking it with absolute ferocity.
Round
Going through
6
sector
of
1 at
time.
18.8.
Let's see Roscoe's.
Roscoe 19.6
19.6.
through sector 1.
I have to say, I do like Pedro's car.
Pinhead with a puncture coming
he
into
does.
the pits.
Pedro back in the
coming in.
pits.
Storm is going to be 52.7 through sector 2. So he's actually got really good pace. As Ston is looking on course for P3 with his first lap in the bag. Let's see what he can do. Find the corner. Really good run out. This lap's actually not going to be bad at all. It's a 1:10.8. Ston 6 tenths down, or 5 tenths down on Chris, but still not bad. Ston. Roscoe 1:14.0, but
He may go
taking
again.
it cautiously.
He may go again. He's known for it. Out lap, 1 lap, then a hot lap.
Well, he's got no airs use anymore at the moment. I think he's gonna have to come back to the pits, new set of tyres. Then he's got his safe lap ready. He's got his safe lap in just in case if he bins it, if he pushes the car.
I do love that term, bin it. Let's just bin it. Pretty much what you did in qualifying in Spain, Jensen. You binned it.
Oh yeah, I binned it in qualifying at Spain.
You binned it good. Binned it real good.
And do you know what happened? Banksy came into my party. And I was like,
good man. Good man. That is the banter within the league. I've had Chris do that to me before.
And do you know what happened to Banksy? He couldn't even race.
Yeah.
And that was a big rip for Banksy. He had a good starting position, P4.
Right, so just surge it out.
Sergio on that
in the
lap.
pits.
Here we go. I think there might be time for Sergio to go for another set of tyres. I think he's cut the corner. He's backed off. He's cut the first corner. It's an invalidated lap.
Just want to give you all an update on my partner's condition. I just looked over to her and it looked like she had a baby bump growing. She hasn't. It just concerned me a little bit. Thought that was going to be child number 6. Couldn't deal with that one. So Sergi, is he up on his times, Jensen?
Sergio, no, he's backed off of his lap. Validated at turn 1, he cut the corner a slight bit. He's coming back around, do another one.
Pedro's back out again. Oh yeah, that was a good corner cut.
Track.
Right, Pinhead back out, Pedro out. It's like, I hope for Pedro's sake he can do a decent lap now.
Yeah.
The barriers are not being his friend.
It's going to be a chaotic race, we know that. There's definitely going to be retirements. But, you know, you always say yes or never say never.
Yes.
I always just say yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I mean, at some point, maybe we should get our friend Mitch in here and we can have a good old South African, my friend, yes? Alright, come on, Pedro. I want to do some of that from Pedro.
See what Mitch could do in the race, because he hangs back a bit, but he doesn't push the car. I think he could possibly score quite a lot of points.
I think Mitch will pick up points. I think Mitch will in this race.
I reckon he'll finish the race. I reckon top 8. Be good, really good for him.
Right, I'm just waiting for Chris to come back out, Joe, Jelly, all of them to come back out and do
I
their final
reckon there'll
laps.
be 4 retirements on the first lap. Not as bad as Baku, of course. The council section is a bit hard for multiple people to go in at once. Serge, I do not know what he's going to do now. He's going to come in the pits. No.
Come on, Pedro.
Come around again. Here we go.
53.5, sector 2.
So Pinhead's quite a lot up on his time. He's 3 attempts up through sector 1. The bad sector 2, all quite like breaking into the swim pool. It's actually a really
Pedro 1:12.8. Fantastic time from Pedro
okay,
there.
Pinhead's actually really going for it now. He's 1.5 seconds up. He's lost his end plate, but it doesn't matter. Coming around the final corner. The funny thing is, he's lost his left. No.
1:11.7. Oh, Joe's back out. Roscoe's back out. Roscoe needs to improve his time. Here he comes.
Pedro, I think, so take it careful, possibly go for another lap. Might do. Joe and Chris on their outlap. Chris quite late on the outlap, and Chris is going to be. Oh, and here comes Jelly quite late.
Lee is 2 attempts up on his time.
Ston is. I reckon Ston is too late unless he pushes it, but.
It's
Nah, he's
Ston
missed
will
it.
push it. Ston will push it.
I think Ston's missed it. He might have to cut a few corners. Ston's got to really push it, that's the problem. Surge it. P4, and it looks like he's going to stay there because he's just backed off. Ston's got to really push it. He's at 45 seconds.
Lee is 4
He might have
tenths
to
up
cut
on
a few
his time.
corners.
Lee's 4 tenths up.
Will Ston make it? It's going to be quite close. Joe on his lap. Here we go.
So he improved by 4 tenths, but that was it.
Joe,
Like
half a temp up through sector 1. And Chris about to start his lap. 14 seconds. Ston. I think Ston has just missed it.
he's got 8 seconds, yeah. Ston's not going to make it.
Ston, unfortunate for him, it's going to be P3 or worse. Chris, let's see his sector 1. Can he do better than Joe? 18.7. And ooh!
No, he took a tap.
And he's backed off his lap. And it looks like Joe.
Well, let's see what
Joe's a
Jelly
whole
can
temp
do.
up.
He's 3 tenths up,
Joe cut
Jelly.
the corner. Don't know. But Joe gonna come around the final corner. What's gonna put in? He was a temp up. And he goes 2 temps up. And it's a 1:09.5. Schley, is he going to improve? No, he's not. P5. Surgic's going to stay P4, and there goes Ston. He's binned it, and Ston actually made it for his lap.
Well,
Ston
Jelly
actually
can't
made
improve.
his lap. So that is the order there for Q3. Joe on pole, Monaco. Joe didn't have any confidence. He said, oh, Monaco, no. Not his track. He's just done that. He's got pole for 1:09.5.
it could be a great race. Great start to a race.
Chris,
Jelly coming
front row.
from 6th. Grantley coming from the back. Sergit finally returning to the track.
P4. P4 for Sergit. His first race weekend of the season. And last season HOR on F1 2018. He started off the season really well.
I think it's going to be a fantastic race.
Yeah, Ston P3. This time, not going to start too far back like he did in Spain. Jelly P6, unfortunately. Roscoe P7, see what we could do from there. Pedro P9. But couldn't put in too much laps at the moment because he was doing most of his laps on worn soft tyres, so going for multiple runs. But yeah, Granny Boy, he's going to be starting in P13. And as we intermission the race, you could see on the harbour a white Volvo. Okay.
Well, Jensen, now is the time. If you would like to go for a VV break, you may.
No.
Smoking a pancake, you can go for one of them too. On a lighter note, should we talk about Tottenham's win today? No, I'm a Spurs fan.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it either.
So, I'm looking at race director, and look at the start tyres. Joe, Roscoe, and Pinhead all starting on the softs, and everyone else on the mediums.
I'm surprised nobody had a go on the hards. I thought Jelly was going to stick to the hards, but then he went to the mediums on his second run in Q2. Or either Jelly do it. I would have thought Roscoe would have to go long into the first stint, but maybe Monaco's not the track to try that one. Maybe Monaco's the track to just try and keep up with everyone and mirror.
Joe starting on the soft tyres. Will we be able to make the softs work? Okay. We have the 5-minute break for the drivers, and the race, well, the formation that we start at 10 o'clock. UK time.
I'm going to go for a piddle, Jensen.
Okay.
So, Jensen, what do you know?
Well, at the moment, we got everyone starting the medium tyres apart from Joe, Roscoe, and Pinhead. And
I'd love to predict it,
well.
but I'd love to predict the race, but we can't until after turn 1.
Yeah, Joe's starting on the soft tyres, so he's got a completely different strategy to the rest of the drivers he's fighting up front, such as Chris, Don, and Sergio.
I want to know what's Granty starting on. Can you see?
Mediums.
Mediums.
I'm predicting that Joe and Chris will get through turn 1 safely and possibly pull away. But over time, Joe's soft tyres will fade away.
How long will they last? You know, is he going to have to push too hard and they don't last as long as he wants?
39 laps. 39 laps. You don't know what will happen. Hopefully something good. Because I like good things. Okay. 9:59. Okay, it's gone quite quick.
1 minute left.
I haven't ate all my food yet.
1 minute.
T-minus 1 minute and counting.
Go on, predict your winner, Jensen. I want to hear you think's going to win.
For me, off no mistake, I reckon it might be Joe. Out of Joe, Chris, or I'd say Slee, possibly. Because those are the 3 drivers that haven't been making much mistakes this season. Well, we've seen Slee at the start of the season making a few mistakes, but in Baku not making many mistakes at all. He won Baku, and it's the same sort of genre track as Monaco. So, yeah, see what happens.
Well, I'm going to go with the man that's replacing me for this race, Sergio.
If he does
all my teammate
win the
Chris.
race, yeah, Chris or Sergio.
Yeah, Sergio or Chris.
No, Chris or Sergio. Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see what Granty does from the back, because there's not many opportunities to pass in Monaco, so it'll be interesting to see what Granty does, what sort of start he gets.
We had an interview with him yesterday after he got P2 in Spain, and he told us about him starting from the back. He's hoping to have a fun race, and hopefully just pick off people as they go, possibly make up a load of positions at the start, and take advantage of retirements up ahead.
Right, 20 seconds till the start of the race, and then Season 4, Race 6 of HOR will begin, partnered by 4J Studios.
Yeah.
Who wins? You decide. Dun dun dun. In a way, Jensen, I'm not going to lie, I'm rooting for Roscoe as well. He's had such a good season.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for him.
G7. He's been pulling off the performances of the season. He's got 14 points last race. Fourth most, of course, finishing P4. But driver of the day as well adds another 2 points. And I think he is P6 in the championship is Roscoe. If I'm not right.
You could be correct. But you got a P3 yesterday.
You got you got P4 yesterday, Roscoe did.
Chris had time penalties.
Yeah, Chris was P4. Roscoe was P5.
Oh, was it? Oh, I thought Chris was
yeah.
in P3. I thought
Chris
Roscoe
pitted late, even though he had the gap to Roscoe. And Joe's quite already far ahead. He's 9 seconds ahead of Chris on track.
This is the formation that way.
Yeah, I know. Joe
I hope Joe realises that.
Well, the problem is for Joe, his tyres are gonna get colder. Chris, because he's behind some of the drivers, he's gonna have more warm tyres at the start. So it might be a big disadvantage for Joe, you know, at the start. His soft tyres will have more grip, but that lack of temperature might not benefit him.
Well, here we go.
Joe's car pointing to the left. Here we go. And so we got 3, 4,
lights out.
5 lights.
Monaco Grand Prix now. Great
Lights
start
out,
by Chris.
and it's a slow start from Sergeant. It's big incident in the middle of the pack, and it looks like Jelly's been absolutely knocked. Jelly's been, he's gone off.
Oh, and he's retired.
Had the run off and he's retired from the session. He's been absolutely...
Granty boy's already up to
He's been caught up in a
P9.
big calamity there, has Jelly. That was absolutely horrible for him, and it's already a safety car first lap. Chris has got into the lead.
He had a fantastic start, Chris.
That is a big one. Chris, he doesn't have to pit as well. He's on the medium tyres.
But we have a safety car.
Continued strategy, but he wouldn't want to lose track position, and that is a big, unfortunate for Jelly there. Pedro also out.
Let's have a look, see if we can see any wing damage on others.
So we're going to try and get Pedro.
Oh, Pedro and Jelly. Okay.
There you go. You don't know how long the safety car's going to be out for.
Right, Sergeant must have got damage. Pinhead must
Really
have.
unfortunate for Pedro P12 retiring out the race from. It was looking good for points, let's see, but
Well,
not
Mitch
anymore.
up to P9 already.
And Pedro,
Pedro, what happened?
Yeah, just got after a fast start, and Roscoe was a wee bit slower off the line than me, and there's nowhere I could really go. So I basically kind of ran into the back of him.
Disappointed?
yeah, it was a
Yeah, it's a race I usually hit the ball a few times anyway.
Yeah, we noticed
So-
that in qualifying, mate, but when you did put laps together, a 112, that was a decent lap, mate.
I didn't have a setup for it, near I did. So I
Oh.
just put on maximum downforce, so...
Well, next time,
Is that
Pedro,
a
instead of playing Fortnite,
disadvantage?
why don't you jump on Formula 1 and do a setup?
Yeah, that's
Fortnite
a good
can wait
idea.
for a little bit, pal. Right, so Pedro, what are your predictions for the rest of the race? Who do you think's going to win now?
Yeah, I fancy Chris to take it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see
getting
the start, but
Chris
he
had a
got,
fantastic. Chris had a
Joe.
great start, and Jelly got caught in the middle of two, I believe. I can't remember which two, but he retired
Oh, did
shortly
they?
after. Yeah, he got caught between two. I don't know who yet. Maybe he'll let us know.
Yeah,
We've
well,
invited him in. But
on the strategy at the start, it actually says the 2-stop was faster than the 1-stop. So there could be like a few different strategies here.
Okay. Well, that'll work into it.
This is
Yeah,
Quite
I
a lot.
think it was 5 seconds faster or something for the 2-stop.
Right, Mitch
Over the
and
one.
Sergi have just pitted now.
Yeah,
Sergi's coming to
but-
the pits again.
you have to consider track position. It's hard to overtake on this track. The
Yeah.
one stop is guys we're able to hold off the people who are behind on the 2-stop, and people behind will be wearing out those tyres pushing. But it's unfortunate for you, Pedro. We knew something was going to happen on the first corner of the first lap.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
usually does, doesn't it? Just
Normally,
unlucky.
Monaco's not forgiving. I think Joe's making a mistake staying out on these softs under the safety car, to be fair.
There's more. Yeah. There's
What's
more
going-
clearance on track in Canada, so there shouldn't be much incident in Canada. Hopefully, you can score points.
Yeah, it's a better racetrack for me, so it is.
Well, unlucky, Pedro. You keep watching,
Right, guys.
writing your messages on the stream as your girlfriend. Think I don't know. Got you, pal.
Hey guys, I'll catch you
Unlucky,
later.
Pedro, mate. See you later, buddy.
Okay.
See you later.
Right, so Roscoe
Okay.
Jensen is now up to 5th, Fingers 6th, Grantley 7th, Pez at 8th, Pinhead 9th, Sergi in 10th and Mitch in 11th. Now, if I'm not wrong, Sergi has been into the pits twice under this safety car.
Granty boys made up 6 places.
Yeah, Sergi's been in the pits
Look at-
twice.
The car's been bunched up, and there's a big collision with.
Oh,
Oh,
Chris and Joe. And
there's a
Chris
collision
got a
with
5-second
Joe
penalty
and
for it.
Chris. I think Chris might have bunched up the pack a bit too much, but he's got the race restart on him.
He's now got a 5-second penalty to deal with.
There's already a yellow flag, and there's green flags. Now, as we go, Chris leads from Joe, Ston and P3 Schlee, P4 Roscoe,
Is it?
P5 Green Fingers, holding off Grantley Boy. And we have Pezza P8, Pinhead P9, Sergic completing the points on Mitch. Only a slight bit behind Sergic, but you'd have to wait for the next retirement, Mitch, and you'll be in the points. You'll
Well,
have
I'm
to keep
sure that
car going.
retirement will come. Well, these top 3, Chris, Joe and Ston. They're
So,
pulling away
I
from
can
Schlee
confirm-
here.
Mitch has made a stop. Sergic has made 2 stops. In fact, and Pinhead
Yeah,
making
both
1
under the
stop as well.
both under the safety car. He came in, I believe Sergi put a pair of hards on, and then he went back in and put a pair of mediums on.
So it's a collision with Joe and Chris. Joe has no front wing damage, and it looks like Joe doesn't have any damage at all. Ston really ranging about the car. He's keeps on losing quite a bit of traction coming out of corners. Chris,
Well, Fingers is all
7
over
taps off.
Roscoe at the moment, with Grantley just
Big
following very
gaps.
close behind.
let's have a look at the gaps at the moment. Schlee now 2.2 seconds behind Stone. Roscoe 3.3 seconds behind, and Greenfingers and Granty Boy right on the back. Let's see what Granty Boy could do behind these two. Can he make a move into the swing pool chicane or first turn? Or even Rascas is another.
Oh, fingers into the wall.
There's Greenfingers hitting the wall out of Casino turn 3.
That's it, Mitch is in the points.
Hitting the loud pedal, and it looks like he might have had a bit too much wheel spin and he's lost complete traction. And he's hit the barrier, and that's unfortunate for Greenfingers. Is it going to be a safety car though?
No,
Doesn't look like it.
No, Sergeant's all over the back of Pinhead.
All the cars past it, it'll be easy clear up. There we go. 1.2 seconds the gap between Chris and Joe.
Oh, Chris is pulling away a bit. Let's have a look at Grant. Grant is on the back of Roscoe now. I think Granty might make a move down the straight.
Joe's going to be on all the hard tyres if he makes the one stop. If he makes the two stop, it's going to be possible chance.
Oh,
I reckon
I'm not
Joe
sure
might
about
make
that
the
defending from Roscoe there. He went both ways then. Mitch, 5 second
Stone in
penalty,
the pits.
speeding.
5 second penalty for Mitch. And here comes Mitch. He's coming in for a new front wing and new tyres. Storm. And Storm coming out of pits, and he's hitting the barrier at turn 1. And there's no new front wing on that car. He couldn't control the braking, and he's out of turn 1. So it's another retirement. Mitch up to P9. Serge right at the back of the pack with Pinhead. Granty Boy right in the back of Roscoe for P4.
4 attempts in it. He's got to make a move, but
Granty Boy
Roscoe's
doing
not
an
easy to pass.
excellent job at the moment. See what Granty Boy, can he pressurise Roscoe into a mistake? Can he get Roscoe into one of the corners?
Serge is all over the back of Pinhead. Oh, let's get back
Chris
to Grant
pulling
and
away
Roscoe.
from Joe. This is big news. As Chris keeps on pulling away from Joe, you get the 5 second gap he needs. Schlee 6 seconds behind Joe. Roscoe 6 seconds behind Schlee. Granty Boy needs to get past quickly.
And Chris with the fastest lap there, 1:13. Something I can't remember what it was now, but 1:13. Some fingers, Pedro and Jelly all out. Serge. Oh,
So hold on.
he's bunching up here
And
behind
we're
Pezza.
Are we not allowed to give Granty Boy driver of the day then?
No, he's always
On
coming from the
Saturdays.
back, so he'd always get it because he does a fantastic drive. You know, look already, he's come from the back and he's sitting in P5.
Well, I don't know if anything count him out at the moment. Started 13th, P5 now, in 7 laps, and it's at Monaco as well. It's not an easy track to overtake, so I'd say he's doing really well.
Yeah,
Where he is
I
at the
mean,
moment.
if we ever look at, oh, we've got past him. Oh, shame I wasn't on it then. I'm
And
looking
Granty
at.
Boy got past Roscoe.
I was looking at the
And I think
people behind
Roscoe's
Pezza.
lost a bit of his front wing. He's lost both end plates. Both sides of his front wing. He's lost both his end plates. Is he going to come into the pits? I reckon he should.
No,
He's going
he's
to keep
not.
on going.
Well, behind Pezza at the moment, he's bunching up. Oh, Serge has just got past Pinhead. Or did Pinhead get back past? No. Serge is
Look
back
at
in the
the
pits
gap at the
again.
moment.
Serge is coming
Chris,
in for the soft.
3.7 seconds. Chris is absolutely bombing this up at the moment. He's absolutely flying at the moment. 4 seconds is the gap between him and Joe.
Let's be honest, Chris
Restart.
does love Monaco. Chris loves the Monaco circuit.
Yeah, and
He does
he's
normally
completely
fly
showing
around
his
here.
form
Yeah.
here.
I don't,
Hey,
hopefully he
the 5
doesn't
second
pull
penalty,
another
just remember
last
that.
season. Yeah, so he's got to pull the gap. And if he's pulling the gap now and he's on the harder compound tyre, so...
What about Joe though? He's obviously going to be pitting earlier than Chris for his next set of tyres. Chris looks like going to be going for the 1 stop. Joe, potential 1 stop, possibly the 2 stop. We don't know. At the moment, Granty Boy's slightly making up some ground. Oh, he's hit the barrier of Rascas. The first part of Rascas. clipping the barrier where Charles Leclerc did this year.
Roscoe. Oh, Pez is gaining on Roscoe. The end plates coming off of Roscoe's wing have caused him issues now. Pez is on the back
Really
of him.
big issues.
Pinhead is back in the pits.
On either side. Pinhead. There you go. Surge.
Let's see how many pit stops people have
going
done.
up to P7.
Serge has done 3 pit stops. Mitch has done 2. Pinhead has done 2 pit stops so far.
Mitch, P9, 33 seconds behind Pinhead, but
he's in the points.
Yeah,
he's in the points. Mitch turns
he's
up
now
every week. Mitch does his best every week.
Pinhead.
Right, Chris is now 5 seconds in front.
Yeah, Chris has pulled out his gap. He needs, and he's constantly pulling out the gap. He's got the fastest lap of the race by 3/10 over Joe.
Let's have a word on board of our race leader. He's got confidence around this track.
So it's been 10 laps, and because starting from the back of the grid, Granny Boy is now, he's a full pit stop behind Chris.
Oh, Pezzer is right on the back of Roscoe. He is right on the back of it.
Pezzer is right there, go through his, seeing he's going to have more downforce going through this section.
He's got to make a move.
Better run through. I don't reckon it's going to be a move there. Roscoe's got less downforce, so he's going to have better straight on speed, but going through the tunnel he's not going to have the best turning. He might have to slow down, that will help Pezzer going down to the swim pool chicane. Right on board.
Chris has now got a 7-second lead.
Look, Roscoe has to slow down. Going through the tunnel, you see.
Slee closing in on Joe.
Set 1, set 3. I think it's... So, Mitch slowing down to let Chris, race leader, through. Chris now 8 seconds ahead of Joe. Oh.
Oh, Pezzy, you need to make this. Oh, door was open there.
So now Chris is only about 14 seconds behind Pinhead.
Sergi is just taken 3 seconds out of Pezza then. Sergi is on a run.
Sergi is on charge.
Grantley's taken 5/10 out of Schlee. 6/10 now. But Schlee's taken about a second out of Joe so far. Chris now 9.5 seconds in front. Steaming away with it.
Sergi constantly catching up.
He's taken another 2 seconds.
See how much time Pez is losing behind Roscoe. All Roscoe has to do is hang on with this front wing until his pit stop.
They've got to be coming into the pit soon on the softs.
If Roscoe pits, he'll come up behind Sergi.
I think he'd come out behind. Yeah, probably.
And Joe in the pits. Joe in the pits. Going on to the medium tyres, so it is a 2-stop. Joe risking the 2-stop, Schlee.
Oh, Grant, he just gets past him.
15.5 seconds off.
Oh, Pez is still behind Roscoe. He really needs to make this move. Oh, they're both gone into the pits. So Sergi should maybe get out in front of them. I do believe Sergi will be going in for another pit stop. Chris 16 seconds in front.
Probably for Joe's going to come up close to Granny Boy. Granny Boy's going to be pitting later.
Pezza has come out before Roscoe. Oh, squeeze. Oh, lovely by Pinhead there. You couldn't have got a Rizzler through that one. So Chris 15 seconds out in front, followed by Schlee in second.
2-stop as well.
Grantley in third, Joe in fourth, Sergit now up to fifth, Pinhead plays in sixth, Pezza seventh, Roscoe eighth, Mitch ninth.
big problem for Roscoe. Chris is only about 8 seconds down the road from Roscoe. So
And Chris is flying. Chris is flying.
Joe has made up a second on Granny Boy that past lap. So, you can see the pace he's put on now. Now
the only penalty going around is Chris's 5-second penalty, isn't it? From the formation, from under the safety car. So it's been a good clean race from everyone.
So it's only Chris and Mitch with penalties. 5-second penalty.
Mitch got one speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah.
So Chris is now 18 seconds in front.
So at the moment, Joe is got 2 warnings. He is on the brink of getting a penalty. Same with Granty Boy.
He'll be on the back of Joe soon, Granty. He will be there. Or Joe will be on the back of Granty, sorry. Pez is sort of dropping off the pinhead.
And now Schley in the pits, new front wing and hard tyres is going to go for the 1-stop. Joe, new fastest lap of the race.
Was it a 110?
A 112.2. Granny Boy, you have to try and hold him off, my friend. There's a whole pit stop behind Chris. Chris, you might have to react, but he knows Chris, Joe's on the 2-stop, so Chris is going to try and make these mediums last as much as possible.
Oh, Chris should be right behind Granty, Roscoe now, or Mitch at least.
The right pit window, lap 15-16 for the hard tyres. Chris around the final corner, 25-second gap, comfortable in front at the moment. All I say is keep on going.
Pezza is still dropping off from Pinhead a little bit.
Granty Boy P2 from P13, he had to make a stop though. And here he comes into the pits, this Granty Boy, and it looks like he might... Can he get past Schley through pit stops at sea?
Oh, he's going into the hards. He doesn't have to change his wing,
and yeah, Granty Boy should come out ahead of Schley. He doesn't have to change his wing, does Granty Boy, so... Here comes Schley going through Raskas. And while Schley goes through the final corner, Granty Boy comes out of the pit lane.
Let's see, can we see Granty Boy? Just off up in the distance.
Granty Boy safe there. Now, let's see what pace Granty Boy has.
I think you could see a fastest lap from Granty Boy coming. Chris still standing there on the tyres.
Chris catching up with Joe. No, Chris catching up with Roscoe. Joe, 25 seconds, and it's sort of maintained at 25 seconds. And there goes Joe. He's lost a bit of his front wing. He's lost that end plate. And he's just cut the corner. He's got a 3-second penalty.
He's pushing.
A big mistake there for Joe. That's not good. Chris still got his front wing. He's keeping it going. He's keeping it safe. Joe, 24.6 seconds is the gap. But that gap might stay. Oh, and Chris has just lost a bit of his front wing. He's just lost the left end plate. Joe's lost his right end plate. Let's see what effects it has. What's worse though, left end plate or right end plate being lost?
Both end plates being lost, Jensen. Both. It'd be worse.
Yeah. it's a clockwise track. Majority of the turns right hand corners.
Oh, Roscoe's got in front of Pezza.
And here comes Chris into the pits. Hard tyres. Here we go. New front wing.
Right, let's keep an eye
and it's
on
serving
Joe.
his 5-second stop go in the pit lane. And that's a really smart decision there from Chris. Going to the end of the race on the hard tyres. Joe, meanwhile, he can't serve a stop go. He's got a 3-second time penalty.
Granty Boy picks up a
Boy's just got a
3-second penalty.
time.
Here comes Chris.
Yeah,
Is
going
Joe going
across
to take the
Swindle
lead?
chicane, must cut the corner accidentally. Joe into the lead of the race, but he's got front wing damage. 5 laps old medium tyres. Chris, brand new front wing with brand new hard tyres. He doesn't have to stop again. Joe has to stop again. And he has a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, Schlee hasn't made a mistake. He's back into the pits.
Yeah, Schlee coming into the pits straight away.
Oh,
He's
whereabouts is
brought out the
Sergio on track?
mediums.
Can Sergio take advantage and get up into 4th? If we look
Is
just
Sergio
behind
going to get past
Sergio,
Schlee? Is Sergio going to do it? Let's see. So Schlee not really at the end of the pit lane. Sergio is going to get past
I
Schlee.
think Sergio might get past him. He has. Sergio's
I
got
don't
to pit
think
again yet though. Sergio's going to have to pit
I don't know
again.
if Schlee's going to be able to get to the end of the race on those mediums. It'll be quite an effort if he can. But it's down to P8 now. Chris, 3-second penalty. Oh, and a puncture from Chris. Out of, looks like, oh no! That's a big incident there. Chris has just got a puncture out of the swimming pool chicane. And that is absolutely dreadful. What's just happened to Chris? It looks like it might have just, oh no. That's the worst thing that can possibly happen, and Chris can't even control his car. That puncture is absolutely horrible.
Oh dear.
And it's kind of a swimming pool chicane. I think he might have tapped the barrier. I do not know at all, but that is absolutely horrible. It looked like it just
That's
exploded by
devastating.
itself.
He can't move at the moment, he's got to wait.
And disqualified from the session. That's the game done to Chris. Lead in a net lead.
No,
That's the most.
he's been disqualified for turning.
That's the worst possible thing.
I'm not sure Chris will join. Big time. He may join, he may not. Well, let's get back to the race. What have we got going on? Joe
coming in with new
first.
tyres. He has a safe gap.
I think we'll see everybody coming into the pits, to be fair. What happened, Chris?
Chris.
I don't know, I came out the box, fresh out of medium tyres, round turn 3 and got a real puncture out of nowhere.
You had control of that race, Chris. You really did have control of it, mate.
I wasn't anywhere near a wall whenever I touched into my left tyre, just blew out. I'd only done 3 corners, it's fresh tyres. Don't understand.
It's a bit reminiscent to last year, Chris. You pitted for fresh tyres and you had an incident.
Aye, but last year though, but that's what I'm saying though, I crashed in my own right last year. I never touched a wall, I never done anything. I was just driving on the track and got a puncture.
And then disqualified for turning your car around.
Just...
There's one thing I wanted to ask you, Chris. Your 5-second stop go. What was that for?
Good question, never even came up my screen, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was under the safety
Didn't
car.
even know I had it, so...
It was under the
don't
safety
understand.
car, I know that much, but...
Yeah.
Don't understand what I done.
All I can say is, you were definitely deservable of the race victory. You were definitely going on to take the race win there. Net leads. Really comfortable there, but that puncture absolutely destroyed your race. And really shouldn't have happened, so I feel really sorry for you.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it?
It's racing, isn't it, Chris?
Well,
Come back bigger, stronger and better.
Say, I've never seen, even in real terms, F1 a car not touching a curb or something to just cause an instant blowout unless the tyres are seriously worn, so...
We've seen a few punches the last few races though, Giotto. Pinhead had one in qualifying.
Curbs, though.
I don't know, you're fresh tyres, you shouldn't have been getting a puncture then.
Oh,
Not on fresh
big
tyres.
update in the race. Adam, Joe into the pits.
Again,
With a new
as he
front
came
wing,
out,
Granny Boy's gonna take the
he
lead.
clipped it.
No, if you
And
still
Granny
won.
Boy could go to
Okay,
the end of the
mate,
race
I'll
on these
speak
hard
to you later,
tyres.
Chris. Unlucky, pal.
Yeah.
Very disappointed, Chris, there.
Granny Boy in the lead of the race, and he could go to the end of the race on these hards. Joe came out on a fresh set of medium tyres. It looks like possibly to the end of the race. Joe's race, it looks like it's been ruined by more front wing damage. Granny
It was
Boy
as he came out of the pits.
race.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, Jensen.
God. But yeah, a race win robbed there for Chris. Chris's race win. I reckon it would have been, but unfortunately a puncture at turn 3 caused him that retirement.
Roscoe up into another podium position.
If you look
whose
at
win was
P1,
that? Hang on, I think Roscoe's just gone into the back of Pinhead and lost his end plate again. I think Roscoe's going to have to come back into the pits.
Lost quite a bit of his front wing. Granny Boy in the lead of the race, and he is on tyres that go to the end of the race, and because we're behind a safety car, he's not really wearing out his tyres as much. Joe in P5, I don't know if he's going to the end of the race or not. Roscoe in the pits. He's going to come out in, looks like, possibly P8.
So we've got Schley in 3rd, Joe in 4th, Sergic 5th, Pez 6th, Roscoe 7th, Mitch in 8th, Granty Boy in 1st. Fantastic drive from him. Retirements have paid in his favour.
So Joe at the moment's got the fast lap of the race, P4. He needs to get through 2 more drivers. This is Joe. Pinhead is right up there, P2, still got his full front wing, he's looking good, he needs to pit though. Granny Boy wants to get a move on with the safety car.
I feel for Roscoe there, he's in a good position there, but the safety car. And as Chris said, I'd like to know why Chris got his 5-second stop go penalty under the safety car.
You can see Mitch catching up to the back of the safety car queue. But actually Mitch is a whole lap down on everyone else. Safety car in this lap, so Mitch is going to be a whole lap down, but until this is still moving on the track, he's still going P8 at the moment. Mitch is. Granny Boy has got the race started already. He's already. Oh, he's stopping. He's about to go around the final corner. Trying to get an unexpected restart, and Joe right at the back of Schley going onto turn 1. He's not going to get it, it looks like. But Granny Boy leads out of turn 1 on the safety car restart from Pinhead in P2, Schley in P3, Joe in P4, Sergio in P5, Pezza P6, Roscoe in P7.
Joe is ready to pounce.
P8.
Joe is ready.
Joe, on those fresh set of tyres, he is looking so aggressive and so ready to make any move possible. Started on pole. He had damage on his soft tyres. He had to come into the pits to replace his front wing. It was looking quite bad. Look at the move into the swimming pool chicane, and that was really close between Schley and Joe. They were giving each other very good space. Very, very good racing whips there, but Joe
who's
couldn't
just
get
lost
by.
something? It looks like somebody just lost something. Pinhead. Pinhead, I see
And it's that
something
Pinhead
flying.
in the barrier, and
He's not out, he's just letting people go.
Pinhead's car not moving. Oh, and there you go. Waiting for everyone to
Schley
go
up for
by.
second.
You don't want to cause any more incident there. Any loss
Pezza in the
of
pits as well.
late rates. Definitely broke late into Raskas. Mitch now unlapped himself from Pinhead, Granty Boy. 2.1 seconds ahead of Schlee. Joe in P3, he's now a second down on Schlee. And Joe is on 10 laps old medium tyres. I think Joe might have ran out of medium tyres in the end.
Oh, Joe's dropped off from Schlee, I see. This could be a bit... Oh, who's just lost a bit of their end plate? Is that Granty?
Granty Boy's lost his front right end plate. Meanwhile, Schlee still has his full front wing. Joe still has his full front wing as well. DRS enabled. Schlee is now hunting down Granty Boy.
Oh, Pinhead. Let's ride on board this Schlee and let's watch this battle turn out. We'll keep an eye on the time with Joe, because Joe can come in and play with this one.
Top three separated by 1.5 seconds. And Joe ready to line up a move on Schlee, going on the swimming pool again. Let's see if we can get it down the tunnel. Another straight on speed, here we go. He went with the brake late enough to get the inside line.
This could be a very tight finish, Jensen.
It's going to be a really, really good little race to the end of the Grand Prix. We got 15.5 laps to go. And look at the gaps, it's separated within 6/10, the top three. And Joe really close to Schlee's car, nearly tapping
into the pits.
Schlee's car, in fact. And Granty Boy in the pits.
Oh, new front
medium
wing.
tyres, new
Surge
front wing.
up to third. So Joe is just going to pile the pressure on. Mind you, his laps are 4 laps older than Schlee's. So, what do we think? I think there's going to be another pit stop from all yet. How many pit stops have people done? Let's have a look. Schlee 2, Joe 3, Serge 4, Roscoe 2, Granty 3, Pezza 3, Pinhead 3, Mitch 5, in again, so Mitch will be 6.
Let's see, because Schlee, he has newer tyres than Joe.
4 laps newer. Mitch coming out on the soft now.
5-second penalty.
Cross the pit lane, exit right line.
I think Joe might have skipped a bit of curb back corner there, and he has.
Joe's all over the back of Schlee. Let's see what Serge is doing. Serge, you can just hold off.
Mitch on new soft tyres. Joe all over the back of Schlee's car, going down the straight DRS, and he's going up the inside into turn 1. He's got a better exit. They're both side by side, going up the hill, leaving each other equal space, going up into there, and Joe is managed to get the lead.
Lovely move, lovely driving from both of them there.
That was a brilliant driving from both of them. Excellent driving from Joe, excellent precision in his movements going down to turn 1.
Roscoe in a steady 4th place at the moment. Granty, it's a bit of a distance back, but everyone should have to stop again. It's not Granty now, so...
Joe in P4, no, Roscoe in P4, 16 seconds ahead of Granty Boy. He can make those mediums last until the end of the race.
You've got Pinhead catching up with Pezza. Mitch another time penalty, 3 seconds.
What are we looking at on time? Front wing, because he's lost his left end plate now.
What are we looking at on time penalties so far, Jensen?
So if we look at the time penalties right now for the remaining runners, Mitch has a 5-second time penalty. He has a 5-second time penalty, another 5-second time penalty, and a 3-second, no, 2 3-second penalties. So he equates to 16 seconds penalties at the moment. And you have Pinhead plays with 3 seconds, Ranty Boy on 3 seconds, Joe on 3 seconds, and that is all so far.
Schlee dropping away from Joe at the moment. He's down to
Ranty Boy in the pits.
second.
He's going to drop to P7.
If I'm honest, at the moment, the driver of the day, I can't pick one at the moment. It's been a bit of
It was nearly decided, but that downrange that forced Ranty Boy to pit. Could have had it, but it's really sort of
Chris
ruined his
getting a
race
puncher.
there.
I think Chris would have had it. To be fair, dominant display.
Chris was absolutely dominating the Grand Prix. He pulled out a 10-second lead over Joe at the start of the race for lap 11. It was 10 seconds. And he was absolutely going flawless there. And that puncture just ruined the race for him.
Right, Ross goes back in the pits again.
And it's another crash at the Monaco Grand Prix. Another
Pinhead,
bad luck for the Monaco Grand Prix.
move on Pezza.
Joe has lost a bit of his front wing end plates. Schlee on newer tyres is on younger tyres than Joe. Joe has no front wing end plates at all. So Joe being put under massive pressure from Schlee. See what Schlee can do.
I think Joe's going to have to pit again. And, I think we could have a surprise.
There's Sergio as well.
Yeah,
4.5 seconds down on the leaders, but he's doing a really good job in P3.
Sergio's done a lot of pit stops, but he could be on this podium. I think Joe's going to have to pit again.
Roscoe looking really well in P4.
Oh, Joe's staying out.
He's on a new set of soft tyres, but he's already lost his front left end plate. Oh! Very quick through the tunnel, nearly hit barrier, did Roscoe.
Right, Grant is coming up onto the back of Pinhead. And
Joe's starting to pull away from Schlee. I think Schlee has lost his front right end plate.
He has. He has indeed. Sergio's all intact. Roscoe's front left end plate's gone.
In the top three, Sergio's the only person.
Pez has lost both end plates.
Front wing still. Sergio is on the youngest tyres, his youngest sleeve, and he is quickest in the top three at the moment.
Mitch has got no end plates either.
Pinhead has just made a move on Pezza down into turn 1 on the outside. Good move from Pinhead, of course, on newer tyres. Better grip, better traction, better.
The only thing with Roscoe's tyre choice is that Roscoe's tyres going to the end. I can't see it myself. Joe's gone back into the pits. So right, so Schlee in the lead, Sergio second. Yeah, Joe's pitting again.
Schlee might be able to go to the end of the race on these mediums. Another 9 laps, can he do that? Sergio is catching up with Schlee. Sergio could possibly win this race.
It was my shout at the beginning.
On soft tyres. Going for a fastest lap. Remember, Chris did this. He went for the fastest lap again, but in fact crashed out.
Last season, yeah.
Quick time.
Oh, Chris is back.
Just to look back over my race there, guys, I actually picked up the penalty for Joe hitting me in the rear.
I thought it could have been that. I did think that.
I think it was.
That was really.
Because you were leading on the safety car. On the restart, I think you bunched up the field quite a bit because they're all bunched up going through the end of the swimming pool section.
Still not a reason for Chris to get a penalty for somebody hitting him up the bum. What do you think at the moment, Chris? Sergio could get the win here.
I think Ash will win.
You think, well, Ash is, yeah, he's a very good driver. There's so many pit stops so far.
Sergio's gained half a second the last lap. Joe's only and a spin. Roscoe spun at the swimming pool. I think he's lost much more of his front wing, and I think he might have tapped barrier with his left rear going through that section.
It's been a good race, but the guys have put on a show where it's been needed.
There's been
And
lots of
Joe's
pit
got another
stops.
penalty.
Absolutely gutted.
Chris, you was dominant, mate. On the harder compound tyre, you pulled the gap out over Joe. It's just your luck. It's your luck in Monaco.
Some
I'll let you show the race, guys. Catch up with you later.
Okay, mate. Take care.
Yeah,
Take care.
take care, mate.
Right, so Schlee, Sergit, DS Joe, Roscoe, Pinhead, Granny,
Sergio
Pezza,
looking favourite for the
Mitch.
win.
But Schlee's a very comfortable driver. I can't unless Schlee loses his wing. And we've got 8 laps left.
Favourite. Joe, 16.1 seconds down, but he's got a 6-second penalty. Schlee and Sergio don't have a penalty, and they're both on the exact same tyres and the exact same amount of laps done on them.
Sergio is very good at keeping his tyres. He done it last season
Joe, 1 out
at
of
Baku.
3. Joe really.
But is it worth him making the move? Each time he's made a move, he's damaged his front wing and had to go back into the pits. Should he not just keep third?
Yeah, Joe, if he pits again, he'll end up behind Roscoe, who's on a new set of soft tyres and is doing a comfortable job. P4.
I don't know.
Roscoe's got no end plates at the moment, but
He hasn't had the end plate for a while now.
he might as well go to the end of the race. Pit him again, we'll put him behind Pinhead and Granty, or lose him.
Is Granty going to make the move on Pinhead?
4 points.
Oh, Sergio's back in the pits. No, Schlee's in the pits.
And Schlee's in the pits. New set of soft tyres. And a new front wing. Sergio in the lead of the race. If he can make those mediums last, and if Sergio wins this race, that'll be absolutely brilliant.
You owe me £1,000 if Sergio wins. That was the bet. I remember it. Phenomenal drive.
I do remember it.
It's been a great drive by all.
Sergio doing an absolutely exceptional job for P4. He started P4. Being a bit quiet this race, but it's good to be quiet at Monaco.
He pitted on the first lap, so he's back at the back of the grid after the first lap. He's done a great recovery drive.
Sergio might have been quiet, but he's letting the events happen ahead, taking advantage of them, and now leading the race. Joe, 9.2 seconds behind, and Joe needs to pull out a 6-second gap once he gets by. Joe is just really going absolutely extra mile to try and get
Granny boys all over the back of Pinhead. All over the back of him.
Eventually, P3.
I think your top three's decided. I think Sergio, Joe, Schlee in the top 3. What order? We'll find out in a few more laps.
We don't really see Sergio give too much for other drivers. If they try and make up a move, Sergio puts on really good defensive tactics. Joe really needs to push if he wants to get his win. He needs to pull out 14 seconds.
Granny's just smacked off the barrier.
More. He needs to go 14 seconds quicker than Sergio over a 5.5 lap period.
Well, Granny's just done 20 laps on the medium tyres. And he's just come to the pits again. So we'll stay in 6th.
Granty going for a fastest lap as well. P6.
Is Sergio going to come into the pits? If I'm honest, the amount of pit stops Sergio's done, I don't think he's got the tyres to come in and put some softs on.
Joe, 5.6 seconds. The gap's closed by 2.6 seconds the last lap. So I don't think it's going to be enough. Even if Joe could get past Sergio straight away, I don't know if it's going to be enough or not.
Sergio is coming up onto Mitch. He's already been lapped twice, but still going. Fantastic job by Mitch to finish the Monaco Grand Prix. Lovely, nice out of the way straight away. Brilliant driving from Mitch there. Joe gets straight through as well.
Sergio needs like 3.9 seconds. You can see Joe going around the chicane there. That's the closest on-track battle at the moment. Mitch doing a really good job. P8 keeping his car running. P8 is still in the points.
P8 is more than I can manage because the first chance I got to not race, I took it. I'll give credit to
Thing
Mitch.
is, I reckon Chris could have still picked up points.
No, he got disqualified when he was trying to turn the car around. So it was out of his hands, otherwise he would have still picked up points.
We saw the puncture happen before going around that corner. He was really pushing the car. And it's quite hard to control a car with a puncture. It's about to become night time at Monaco. Night is about to fall at Monaco, and this Joe right on the back of Sergio. And by right on the back, I mean directly on the back. Sergio, it's Joe right on the back of Sergio. It's definitely going to make a move. Going down to the swim pool chicane, you can see. Look at Joe making a move. He's really late. He's going to have to go across the.
Oh, he's got to get the position back, has he?
Is he going to give the position back?
We'll find out. He might get a penalty pop up in a minute.
And there goes Joe's end plate.
Oh, Sergio's 3-second time penalty.
Joe will have to give the decision back. There might be a post-race penalty for Joe coming up there, because that incident will definitely be reviewed and Joe will probably get the penalty.
Sergio just needs to stay in the window for two and a half more laps. That would be a fantastic victory for him. Roscoe steadily finishing 4th, Pinhead 5th, Grantley 6th. Grantley still might catch Pinhead. Very fresh soft tyres. Pezza respectable 7th, Mitch respectable 8th. Joe's now 5 seconds in front already, and that's only half a lap.
To be fair, still, even if I'd still, at this rate, I'd still give driver of the day to Sergio. At the moment, he's absolutely done, absolutely awesome job from P4.
I'd love to give it to Sergio, but it has no. I just don't think we can. He's only doing the one-off race. So he's coming into the
pits goes Sergio, and Joe starting lap 38, and now it looks like Joe has definitely got this win in the bag. And he was uncertain if he was going to even complete the race with Joe after Baku, but now he's going to be happy with the win at Monaco. His third win of the season.
Sergio's just had to put 5 lap old mediums on.
And Roscoe not far behind Sergio.
Has he got his end plate still or not? No, still hasn't got either end plate.
No. But he should hold off Pinhead for P4. Green fingers is left the session. Yellow flag set to 3. That can only be Granty Boy or Joe.
Have a look, can we see him?
Joe starting the final lap of the race.
He's lost his left end plate again.
Joe has been all about the field. Today he's been P1 at the start, then falling down to P2, and then falling down all the way to P6. But the moves he's been putting on today is absolutely wicked. He's been doing absolutely brilliant stuff today, his Joe, and he's on course to take victory at Monaco, and of course that fastest lap he's got in the bag at the moment. But
I think if we're going to be I think if we're going to be honest about it now, gents, I think Schlee's had a stellar race. I think Schlee, he's my choice for driver of the day.
Swimming pool chicane. You can tell Sergeant's tyres were going. Joe was catching up too quickly. And then you only have Rascas to go, and then you have the final corner.
Here comes Joe for the victory.
Victory at Monaco.
Here comes Schlee.
For
in second.
Joe. Schlee's going to take P2. And the second street circuit of the season, Schlee takes the second podium of the season.
Where comes my man Sergeant? Replace me for this race. Because I was ill.
Sergeant's going to take a podium at least. Awesome job from Sergeant. Going to take P3. Moscow going to take P4. Pinhead getting really close to catching up Moscow.
Front EP6.
As Pinhead, I'm pretty sure still has, well, he has most of his front wing. Ross going to cross the line for P4. Pinhead P5, and Randy Boy going to take P6 from P13.
Right, who shall we get in here first? Yep, there's Joe. Sergeant and Schlee. What a great race. I've already invited him, mate. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Dumbass.
That's just yesterday anyway.
So
it's the race winner, Joe.
Well, Joe, what a topsy-turvy race.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
And
But what did you say, Adam?
I said, what a topsy-turvy race.
Wait, you cut up again.
What a topsy-turvy race.
Yeah, it was up and down.
Congratulations, though, Joe. Schlee, well done on second. You don't sound too happy with it. There was lots of incidents in the race, lots of end plates coming off all your lot's wings.
Yeah. Everyone lost an end plate that race, every single driver.
Yeah.
No, it was entertaining. It was entertaining, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But
it was really entertaining to watch. So where should we start? Should we start with Joe then?
Go on, let you start with Joe.
Okay. So Joe, you started on pole position. There was an incident after the first safety car, as there was an incident going through turn 1. With you and Chris. Does Chris manage to jump you before the safety car? What happened between you two?
I don't even know what happened between me and Chris, by the way. I think I broke my I broke my front wing off of him. Well, I didn't break my front wing off of him. I just got like the slightest touch of the front wing you can get.
Oh.
So
yeah,
I already got a 5-second time penalty because of that.
Oh, so you got a time penalty as well, because so did Chris.
Yes, but like, then I heard there might be a penalty from me as well for causing that 5-second time penalty. But why? Like,
well, Chris didn't finish the race.
I know, but why then give me a penalty if it was the slightest touch. None of both drivers had any like damage, or I had damage. That was my penalty. But like, why give me an extra penalty for some?
Yeah.
I've not heard of a penalty for that incident.
Stupid. It was a bit stupid at the start of the race with those penalties with Chris and that. But after that, Chris managed to pull up the gap after his first stop. His first lap on his new tyres, a puncture out of turn 3 on his hard tyres, and yeah, unfortunate for him, couldn't complete the lap around and was out before he can even get back to the pits.
Yeah.
Which was, we said to him, I definitely thought it was a race win robbed for Chris, but...
Well, Jensen, can I just jump in here? I have had a message to say, Joe, you are getting a penalty for cutting a corner and gaining a position on Sergit.
That's another thing that happened on the final few laps. Did you realise that you
time
were
penalty.
on the gain advantage?
Well,
Because
I realised it. Did you see me like?
We saw you come up the inside, but you couldn't break enough in time, so you had to cut the corner. But we thought you were going to give the position back, but in the end, you chose to not to, which could have changed the race, but
Could have, but indirectly it wouldn't have. I mean, like.
Well, you had a 6-second time penalty, and Sergio didn't have a penalty at the time.
Yeah, so, wait, Ashley was 5.5 seconds behind me. I don't think it would make 5.5 seconds of a difference. Because Sergio had a lot
at the time it was between you and Sergio.
Yes,
at the time.
He had a lot of front wing damage.
Yeah, he was struggling towards the end.
I could let him through, but it would just cost me like 1 or 2 seconds extra to re-overtake him again. But
yeah, but it would be the right thing.
How many seconds of a time penalty did I get?
10 seconds.
6 seconds.
So I've just been told that Schlee is promoted to race winner.
Well, hold up. 2 seconds of a time penalty is what you say.
You had 10 sec. You got a 10-second time penalty for cutting corner and gaining a position.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So nothing to do with under the safety car or anything like that. So Schlee, you won the race. Joe, you were second. Right. Just so we can clarify that now. So Schlee, how do you feel now? You won. It's alright, isn't it? Oh, how was it for you out there, Schlee? Obviously the pit stops and the... You, to be fair, mate, in qualifying, you look like you were struggling in Q1 and Q2.
Yeah.
Yeah. That surprised me, to be fair, mate. I didn't think you'd struggle that much, but no, you pulled it out in the end. You get the race win.
It wasn't a bad drive from you, really.
And to be fair, Schlee, you're my driver of the day as well, so that's an extra 2 points for you.
Yeah, starting from P4. No, was it P4? You started P5.
P5. He rolled with the punches. He's done a good job.
Kept it cool the whole race. No penalties. Nothing. You were completely brilliant for the whole race. And yeah, put on some brilliant defensive play between you and Joe throughout the middle of the race.
Look, to be fair, there's one thing we can rely on with Schlee, and that's he won't really get a penalty.
And yeah, I agree with Adam as well. From P5, you did a brilliant job. And yeah, you'll be my driver of the day as well, Schlee, so well done for the race win.
Congratulations, former teammate.
Yeah.
Well, so Schlee, what's your predictions for HOR F2 tomorrow at Monaco? What do you reckon is going to happen there?
Who's going to win?
Michael Jensen or Con? Pick one. Mike Jensen or Con?
Mike's 1-0 already. I need to get a P1.
Oh, hang on, look, we've got Sergey in the party. He snuck in. Congratulations, Sergey.
Actually, yeah. Sergey is at P3 in the end. A late pit stop, of course, because your front wing damage. But in the end, you did an absolutely brilliant job for your first race of the season. How do you feel with that?
Do you want me to be positive or negative?
You could be how you want, mate. It was your first race of the season.
Yeah.
Let's look at the positives. I mean, Jelly crashed into me again. He tried to go in between me and Schlee on the first lap, so I had wing damage from lap 1. But considering I was at the back of the field and to come through to where I looked like I even won it at one point, yeah, it was. I guess it was a really good result. This is my second day playing the game, so. I can't,
Sergey, you can replace me anytime you want, mate. You can race for me whenever you want.
I think. Are you going to ask about the incident with Joe, or?
Well, what's your view on it? What is your view?
I wouldn't have got the penalty if he outbraked himself. So I had wing damage and I was, I'm not in the championship. This is a one-off. I was going to let him go. But he outbraked himself and had nowhere to go, which means I had to go across the chicane. I actually got wing damage from him going down the inside of me, and he's, I think if it was another, I already had wing damage, but it was bearable. But he just made it a lot worse, and I think the fact that he does something like that and he still ends up in front of me, it's a bit of a joke, really. And it's pretty obvious, because I think if it was any other driver, I think if anyone else is in my position, you'd be screaming for the place back. But
yeah,
I mean, I thought I had it won at one point, but
so did we, mate. So did we. I honestly thought you did.
My phone. My phone went off in my pocket literally at the wrong moment, because my phone started ringing, and that's when I got the first. And then it's because of Monaco. If you get a slight bit of wing damage, I was like, I could have pitted that lap. I got the slight bit of wing damage, but I was like, you know what? I've got 6 laps to go. It's Monaco. You try and hold on, but then obviously the thing with Joe. I mean, until Joe overtook me. Because the thing is, Joe had the 3-second penalty, so I was like, right, Joe can pass me, and I'm just gonna shadow him and
he had a 6-second penalty. He had a 6-second penalty.
He had a 6-second penalty. There's 4 laps to go. He was 4 tenths quicker than me. You do the maths.
Well, it was lap 37 the incident happened. You were maintaining your tyres absolutely brilliantly. You were actually looking on course to win the race there. If he gave you back the position, it would only take him until the end of the lap.
Well, the thing is, it's like, after the second safety car as well, the way he was trying to overtake people, I don't have a problem with someone trying to overtake me around here, but the way he was trying to pass Schlee and Granty and stuff, it was so aggressive, and you're 3/4 of the way into a race, just calm down. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I thought we got rid of this nonsense last year, and I come back for one race and nothing's changed, and it's just like, come on, but I think after the safety car, he was like, in his comment, we all heard what he said. He goes, I would have overtaken him anyway. Well, actually, this is Monaco. There's 2 places where you could have overtaken me without giving me damage. It wouldn't have taken him, 2 seconds to overtake me. It would have taken him another half a lap. So that's lap 38. I got the wing damage because he overtook me. I would have won the race.
Yeah, he had a 6-second penalty as well. Just remember
and
that.
don't forget, I was 12th at one point, so...
Yeah, after the first lap you went into the pits, and then you came straight back into the pits. I was keeping my eye on you, Sergey. You was my call to win the race from the beginning. I said it to Jensen.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
he actually did.
I honestly did. I said,
with the stop, I'm not in a championship battle, so I can share all the secrets. I was like, because the medium was a really good tyre today, I was like, I just want to get rid of the hard, so I was like, I do 2 stops,
behind the safety car, so I can run the medium to the end, and then the new guy Pinhead braked on the straight, so so I had about 5 stops, and I still should have won the race. So I've got to, I guess I've got to be positive.
No, you've done really well, mate. I'm not sure if you're available tomorrow for the next Monaco race. Are you available for HOR F2 race? The offer's there if you want to race it. They've got some good drivers in there as well. If you want to be.
I've come home this weekend to see my family and stuff. So I'm like, because as you know, we're on tour at the moment. Yeah. So I have to see what I'm doing. But
well, if the offer's there for you, mate, same time. If you want to race it tomorrow, offer's there. If you want to jump in and do it again.
I don't think Mike Messi will like me very much though if I do it.
He's actually. I've actually messaged him about it. He's looking forward to it. He asked me who was replacing me tonight, and he's looking forward to
Adam.
it. Yes, mate.
Adam, tell me, was that all right for you? Was that a good result for you?
That was perfect, pal. I don't think I'd have made it round. I've had a disastrous season, Sergi. It's been absolutely disastrous. Crap in Australia.
Anytime you need a hand, just give me a call. It's a pleasure. And I look forward to being back next season.
Yeah.
Can't wait, mate. Can't wait. Enjoy the rest of your time back at home.
That race. You did deserve that race win. You were definitely my top pick for the race win today. You should have had the race win.
But not driver of the day.
You can't have driver of the day. I can't give it to you because you're not in the championships, Sergi. Otherwise I would.
Yeah.
I had to go with the.
Can I be honorary driver of the day?
You could be honorary driver of the day. Yes.
Yeah.
You can have that one.
But honorary driver of the day. Honorary driver of the day, you don't get the points for it, of course, but
okay, I want to be mentioned in the race report as honorary driver of the day.
Yeah,
okay. So like, don't forget.
Go and suck up to Chris for that one. Go and suck up to Chris.
Yeah, we've actually been missing you. We've been missing you because we know you would be winning the first 3 races of the season again.
I think it was yesterday, Schlee was asking in the lobby yesterday of Spain, where's Sergi? Why ain't Sergi in the lobby yet?
do you know it's really funny? So I was in Singapore. I was catching a flight from Singapore when the first race was happening. So it was really weird. I was watching you guys and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I sat down on the plane. I was like, I'm going to tune in to watch the race. And I literally caught like lap 1 of Australia. And I was like, and then Schlee crashed, and I was like, I so could have won this race. I was like, it was all happening on lap 1. I was like, where the fuck is my place?
You should have taken it on the plane with you, pal. You really should have. No, mate.
You look so upset. I was like, I could be 20 seconds in front right now, and it's just like, but anyway.
Yeah, no, we've missed you this season, Sergi, but obviously when you're back next season, it'll be a pleasure to have you back.
I'll be back next season.
Brilliant, fantastic news. Right,
you might be racing me next season,
I better get practicing.
Don't worry, Jensen always finishes second.
Did you even have a setup for that race?
I did about 2 hours this afternoon. I think the fact they've taken the ballast away is a really good addition, actually, because I think it brings everyone a lot closer together. If on my last qualifying lap, I lost 4 tenths, so give me a couple of days, and I think I'd be up there. So, because I think with the ballast, the steering wheel gets an advantage, having the steering wheel. So because you can run 10 ballast, whereas on a controller you can only run like 7. The maximum is 8. You can run 9, but you're not going to last the whole race. So I think that's a really, really good addition. What do you guys think of the new game anyway?
I don't like it.
Brilliant.
Don't like it this season. I finished 5th last season.
The car's super understeery at the front, but a massive shout out for Ross as well for practice.
Yeah, he's done fantastic.
He did 2 hours with me earlier today, so just so I could run the spec car. So, but yeah, thank you so much.
No, brilliant. Sergi, you let us know if you're going to race tomorrow, mate.
You, man.
No worries. Take care, guys.
Speak to you soon, mate. Take care.
Take care, mate.
See you next year. Take care. Bye.
Bye, mate. Right, that is it for HOR Season 4, Race 6, partnered with 4J Studios. This is me and Benson signing off. Good night.